Hello everyone! We're back again for another topic. Are you ready for another learning session? Now let's get started! Hello everyone! Welcome to English class. In this video, we will discuss the use of cohesive devices. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to first, define cohesive devices, second, identify cohesive devices in a text, and third, use appropriate cohesive device in various text types. Before we begin, let me ask you, what have you learned from our previous lesson? Let's read the paragraph. Nanette and Evelyn. Among my close friends, Nanette and Evelyn appealed to me as interesting subjects because of their contrasting characteristics, interests, and outlook in life. Nanette, who is younger of the two, is more vibrant and gregarious. She is hardworking and very assertive of her rights. She is quick to protest against any form of injustice or foul play. Alert to speak her mind, she abides by the principle that life is what we make it. True to this principle, she works really hard to overcome difficulties. Evelyn, on the other hand, is the silent type whose simplicity is reflected in her appreciation for the simple, humble, and peaceful life. While she may be perceived as aloof or arrogant, all people who come to know her find her warm and friendly. Although she has proved to be as intelligent as Nanette, she prefers to keep a low profile, thus people find her not only charming but also unassuming. Friends warm up to Evelyn because of her simple yet appealing ways. Let's analyze. The paragraph shows comparison and contrast between Nanette and Evelyn. The underlined words because, and, yet, but are the conjunctions used to connect the clauses. The italicized words, on the other hand, while, although, thus, are some of the transitional devices used in comparing and contrasting. Here is another paragraph that explains the process. Here is how sardines are canned. First, the head is removed and each fish is cleaned and gutted. Second, the fish is placed in an enormous pressure cooker to which soya oil, spices, salt, and artificial flavoring are added. Then, the sardines are placed into cans. Carrots and pickled cucumber are mixed before the cans are sealed to keep the content contamination-free. Finally, the cans are labeled, packed in boxes, and dispatched to the shops. Let's analyze. The underlined words in the paragraphs are called cohesive devices. Cohesive devices, sometimes called linkers, connectors, transitional words, are words or phrases that help a writer make a smooth connection of his ideas between sentences and paragraphs. They are like bridges that link thoughts and take the reader to the writer's intended meaning. Let's have another paragraph to read. First paragraph. The digestive system works this way. First, the teeth grind the food, then The food is swallowed. After the food passes through the esophagus and into the stomach, the pancreas churns the food and adds digestive juice. Finally, the food passes the small intestine into the large intestine. Let's analyze. The paragraph tells us about the process of digestion. The underlined words are the cohesive devices used when writing a sequence or process. Other cohesive devices used in a writing sequence or process are the following: as a result, to start with, then, to begin with, afterwards, when, before, finally. Let's continue with the second paragraph. Nowadays, it seems that everything is turning upside down. The usual things we do before is hard to accomplish today. If you want to go another place, whether it is far or near, you have to wear a mask. You have to bring alcohol wherever you go and wash hands frequently. We cannot even go to school, to attend classes, or even have simple gathering, because social distancing is a must nowadays. Proper hygiene and observance of health protocols can help eliminate the spread of virus, otherwise we'll get infected. Let's analyze. The paragraph tells us about our present situation. There are conditions that we have to follow to continue living in a new normal. The underlined words are cohesive devices used to express condition. If you want to go to another place, you have to wear a mask. That is the condition. If you will not wear a mask, you cannot go to another place. If you will not observe the proper protocols, you might get infected by the virus. The word if indicates that it is a condition. Other cohesive devices used in writing a condition are the following: unless, as long as, if, or. This time, let's have an activity. Let's complete the following paragraphs. The choices are inside the box. Are you familiar with miswa? Miswa is a very thin noodles made from wet flour. Do you know that these noodles can also make your sardines special? Here's how you cook sardines with miswa. Now let's check your answer. Number 1. The correct answer is first, because it is the first step in cooking. Number 2. Second. Number 3. Third. Add water, salt, and pepper and let it boil. Number 4. The correct answer is then. You can also use then instead of fourth. And number 5. The correct answer is finally. It is finished. You're done cooking. Amazing learners! You've got it all correctly. For our next activity, underline the transitional devices used in the paragraph. For our third activity, fill in the blanks with the correct cohesive device. Choose your answer inside the box. Washing the dishes is one of the household chores we can never avoid. We always do it after every meal. But do you really know how to wash the dishes? Before we move on to our next activity, let me share this to you. Being responsible and accountable are the virtues we should never ignore. These things would determine how we face our circumstances in life. These virtues would also bring out our creativity and resourcefulness. For our fourth activity, draw a happy face for the things that you always do and draw a sad face for the things you often do. Number 1, I pray before I do my morning routine. Number 2, then I do the household chores to help my parents. 3, if my parents are not around, I take care of my siblings. 4, I also help myself to learn new things like cooking, painting, and writing poems. Otherwise, I will be spending more time surfing the net. Number 5, finally, I give my studies a top priority more than anything else. Anyway, that is my role as a teenager and student, to study. Now let's look for the cohesive devices that you learned today. Now here they are. Did you get the word? Now for our final activity, arrange the sentences below in proper order by numbering them. And for your reflection, write a short paragraph about what you have learned today. Use appropriate cohesive device. Thank you for joining today's class. I hope that this lesson helped you learn how to use cohesive device in various text types.